Okay, all right. What's going on, guys? It is me, JC. Now we got to talk about the beginning after the end. 172 A Warrior's Maiden's Heart. Now I just got done doing the reaction. It is on Twitch right now, but we got to talk about the light novel because I went back right after the reaction. I went back and then listened to the light novel because I wanted to see what the differences were, and I was a little bit shocked at the differences. Now, of course, the main parts that happen, Arthur beating all the mana beast and the S-class mutant, all kind of stuff, still happen just like it did in the light novel and the webtoon, but there were so many differences. First of all, Arthur killed every single one of the mana beasts in that area. I'm not sure why they went and added the last mana beast that jumped out of Arthur and Arthur killed it. I guess it's kind of like makes it sound like, okay, I killed all the mana beasts and I'm going to show you how easily that I killed this last mana beast that moving out the way like it means nothing to me and slicing his head off. I guess it makes for good entertainment, maybe, but at the same time, maybe it felt a little more impactful that the fact that they didn't believe Arthur killed all those mana beasts. You didn't need one more to jump out for Arthur to kill it in front of them. So Arthur killed all the mana beasts. Sylvie does jump into Tessia's arms as normal, but it wasn't so much as everybody believing him. It was literally everybody questioning Arthur about the beast cores, about how he killed everything. And Arthur's looking at them like, hey, you guys can either believe me or you don't. But I just need this place to stay, a place to wash up. Can I have that? And they're asking about the beast cores, and they're like, hey, where are the beast cores? Of course, like they did in the webtoon that we just read. And he's saying that Sylvie ate them all. Now, the big thing with the beast cores was that the beast cores usually are things that they could sell, to make money from off the raids that they do. And Sylvie ate every single one of them. Matter of fact, Arthur has the S-class mutant beast core. They're like, where's the beast core? He's like, I have that myself personally. Sylvie ate all the rest, and everybody's pissed off at Arthur because he ate them all, or Sylvie ate them all. And I was like, yo, I wish they would have portrayed that a little bit more in the light novel. Not light novel, but in the webtoon. So, get back to camp. Arthur washes up. He goes to the meeting, and he's trying to debrief everybody what's happened. But it's not the fact that he won't debrief the information that he has, that he's only going to debrief it to Tessia's grandfather, which is the leader of the army. So look, I'll tell him everything else, Virion, and I'll give you guys what you need to know. It's a need to know basis, and until I get you need to know, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell Virion everything. So Tessia and Arthur left by themselves, and Tessia is literally trying not to cry, and then she ends up bawling, crying everywhere because her and Arthur haven't met, they haven't talked. He gave her a little information about what he's doing, and it's so telling because it's still the similar interaction between they were kids. Like Tessia still is a crybaby, of course, but Arthur is a little bit more adult about it. Like, hey, I understand my feelings towards you. I understand I'm an adult in a kid's body and all that kind of stuff, but I missed you. You missed me. Like, hey, this might not be romantic, but at least you can say I missed you. I really, have feelings for you in that way. Okay, so let's talk about Darvis and Stannard's fight. Now, anybody who is, thinks they're a powerful mage, who thinks that they're a great fighter, is going to look at Arthur, who is younger than them, who is a kid, who says he killed an S-class mana beast that is a mutant, killed everything else that was around, hundreds upon hundreds of mana beasts by himself, and going to wonder, okay, number one, if he did do it, then we have a problem because he's really strong. Number two, if he did do it, then let me fight him just to make sure, because it's a pride type situation. And Darvis and Stannard were going at each other because, you know what, Darvis, he has pride. Stannard's like, let it go. Darvis is like, no. And the fight was kind of portrayed very well between, or adapted very well between the light novel and the webtoon. But the thing about it is that it's really weird, right? Because it felt kind of forced in the webtoon, because Darvis and Standard didn't really seem to have that much of a tension between the two of them. If you read the webtoon, you got the backstory between, like, hey, Standard kind of, not like he didn't like Darvis. We had this standoffish, like, hey, he's immature, he gets on my nerves type situation. But the webtoon kind of gave it to us like all of a sudden now they're fighting. Not that they had this past of fighting, but now we're just simply fighting and at each other's throat, even though we've just won a battle. And, you know, we should be taking it easy. And the fact of the matter is that Darvis didn't really talk about fighting Arthur until later. Him and Standard were fighting. He left. The Arthur came in, and him, Karya, Standard, Tessie are talking. And Darvis comes back and says, "Hey, I'm gonna, have a duel with you," which is really weird. I don't know why they changed it. I mean, I guess it makes sense for if you're just a webtoon only, but if you're not, it's changed. But I'm not sure why it's changed. So either way, if you're a webtoon only or if you're a light novel person read a webtoon, tell me how you thought about this. Like, what was your thoughts behind it? They rushed a lot of things that didn't need to rush. I'm not sure of their, reasoning behind it. I would like to ask Turtle Me why he chose to speed it up a little bit, but I'm not really sure what point they're trying to get to before the season is over with. But hey, I guess we'll find out soon enough. That is it for me. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. We're out of here.